Bien le bonjour, que le code soit avec vous. Welcome, may the code be with you. This Indiegogo campaign that I call Gogo Jam is about coding, recycling, cleaning, making the application ready or creating some new code on the topic this time of World of Warcraft fishing automation. What I mean by that is that for me, fishing is a robot job in WoW. It's stupid, it takes times, it's super heavy, and if you want to have the fishing mount, it takes hours. Literally, it takes like 1 to 4 days to be able to have a mount. So if you take people for robots, let them at least use bots and macro to be able to deal with that. Big warning before we continue this long explanation of the Kickstarter. Bots, macro, automation, third-party application are not allowed by Blizzard in general, and they use as a tool. If you use it as a tool, it's at your own risk. It's legal to send fake inputs to the application, but it breaks the terms of use of WoW. So don't blame to me if you are banned. I'm providing a tool that's really cool, open source and free. It's all I can do. I cannot guarantee to not be banned. Okay? Don't try to harm the economy of the game. Don't do stupid stuff with this. Don't screw it. Try to avoid people. Try to avoid screwing the experience of people. Try to avoid killing the economy of the hotel, the selling hotel. Yeah. Basically, don't be a dumbass. If you expect to win money by farming the way I'm doing it here, I can guarantee that you will make no money, because basically the electricity cost is very expensive compared to fishing, and so it's more about making a bit of money on the auction house, but a little small, maybe having the mounts, some stuff like this, or just be curious of how the code behind this kind of application is. So it's about that, this campaign. It's not about killing WoW, it's not about making a farm about WoW, it's just the science of knowing how we do it and if we can do it. So yeah. Hello, volume fishing. Why volume fishing? The idea is that in this application, as you can see, I'm listening to the mixer of Windows to check the volume of WoW. And as you can see here, you can have the volume, and based on the volume, it will trigger some signal to this application in Unity. And this application in Unity, based on the ID of the Windows, will send the input. That's what we call multiboxing, and it's forbidden, it's banned, it's not illegal, but it's banned. So don't use it except if you know that you can be banned. As you can see here, I have the fishing application that's running while I'm talking, and it's not moving my mouse. It's because it's sending fake input to the application. If you click here on this button, instead of sending fake inputs to the application, it will send fake input to Windows and switch from window to window with a Robin style. So it will select the windows and click. Technically, it's not forbidden to do Robin cycle. I don't know the name of the pattern, but still, it's if you use bots, it's ridiculous. Don't use bots if it's to harm the economy or make money. Make real money. But here, if you want to avoid being banned, you can use a wheel mouse because it's less detectable in the game. So yeah, basically what I'm presenting here is the version I did before this campaign that I did 6 months ago, something like that. And what I'm proposing in this campaign is not to just give you that, it's just to recycle this code. So basically, I want to clean it a bit, improve it a bit, check for the bug, make it ready for the extension, work a bit on using it outside of WoW, because this application is not designed for WoW. I'm training on WoW, but the aim of this code is to be able to test plenty of the game, to be able to use it in the industry of testing video game. So it's legally, I'm not trying to kill WoW. I'm trying to learn how we can inject input in application to test them. So that's all. So yeah. What can I say? Yeah, I'm go jam But I'm proposing this campaign. Like I said, I'm proposing to be able to avoid having to fish like hours and stuff like this. The projects will be yeah. What I'm doing here is that I will provide this tool for the bakers. I will provide another version a bit improved for the release of the dragon in Dragonfly, and I will provide a minimum viable product before the launch of the extension. I will play a bit at the extension, test it, check if I can modify some stuff, and provide another clean version after 2 days, 3 days, 1 week of Dragonfly. And 2 weeks after the launch, I will provide a final clean version that is the end of this campaign. That will be the final version of the phishing tool, because I don't want to code for years. I just want to code for the equivalent of the Indiegogo campaign. And if you want to use this application for free, what you can do is create your own based on the open source code I put on GitHub, or to wait 2 or 3 weeks after the launch of Dragonfly to be able to use it free, because I will provide it free after the start of the campaign. The reason is because even if I want to do open source project, I also want to be able to eat at the end of the month. And providing the tool after the extension and provide it for with a paywall during the extension allow me to make you pay a bit. Sorry for that. I hate make people pay a bit, but I need to eat. And also it's to avoid that everybody use the tool freely, screw up the economy of WoW, and at the end we complain about me doing a tool that killed the WoW economy. Because if it's free, it means that plenty of people can use it, and it's not a good stuff at the start of an extension. Okay, so yeah. As I said, if you are using the intrusive version, you have a risk to be auto-banned. If you use the fake simulation, small risk to be banned of what I have tested in the past. But if you do multiple accounts, you have a high risk in intrusive and a small risk in simulation the most. But still, don't be a dumbass. They can change anything anytime and start to ban all the count. Start to detect all the count. I don't know. So me, I'm using it because it's fun, but if you are using it for you, make it on an account that is not your main account, because you can be banned at any time. So some of my account that was not phishing but doing some bots were banned 3 months later. So it don't mean that if they ban you immediately, good for you, because you can create another account and you know that you are banned, but know that sometimes they ban 2 or 3 months later. So yeah, why do I need money? Like I said, I want to live off this kind of project, an Indiegogo project, where I focus on the code for a month, release something, and go to the next Indiegogo campaign on another topic. But also because to be able to know if my tool is useful without being banned, I need to let run some WoW accounts on the computer, and I need to wait them to be banned and try to make it so bannable that Blizzard must ban my account to be able to check if they ban or not. But it means that I'm using electricity to be able to do those tests, and electricity costs a lot currently in Europe. And also I need to test on free account, but I need also to test on paying accounts to be able to test it in Dragonfly. And so any income is welcome if you want to help me on this project. Yeah, as I can say, I will use them to create account that can be banned, and I will use them to be able to buy pizza, coffee, stuff like this, to be able to code. When do I start? Now, I already started, as you can see previously, but when I create this kind of go-go gem, I start directly as soon as the gem is created, and I stop some weeks after the gem. What need to be coded? As you can see, the code of the application is already done, so you already have something as soon as you become bakers. But the version, the good version, the improved version will come at a bit later. As I said earlier, at this time I will provide a small version. At this time I will provide a good enough version for the extension. A bit later I will correct it to make it work in Dragonfly and improve it a bit. And at the end I will provide a 1.0, meaning I stop working on it and go to something else. Legally not, like I said, I'm not doing this application to be able for people to farm and make gold and sell it as money. You can do it, you can sell and make token, or sell and just have a bit of money to be able to play in the game. I'm doing that because for me, fishing is insane, and fishing for the mounts specifically is insane. The reason I'm creating this tool is to improve my application called Open Macro Input that allows you just to have a macro from the input you want. So for example, I'm using this MIDI stuff to be able to play WoW. I'm using also the Xbox when it's impossible to play Xbox. I have a version where I can play Xbox on WoW. So I'm not creating that to make money. I'm just creating that to improve my tool. I wanted to be clear on that. Developer note, like I said, please don't use this stuff to kill the economy. Don't do PvP. If I had to create a license for my application, it's don't be an asshole. If you do, don't use my tool. It means don't kill people in PvP, don't harm the player, don't harm the economy. If you try to make a bit of money, don't kill the auction house, just make a bit of money. And so yeah, who I am. I'm Sylvestre, I'm a developer in Unity in the video game industry, more part on new tech and VR. I'm doing prototyping, minimum viable products, this kind of stuff. And you can contact me on Discord. I'm available most of the time. And all my code are open source on GitHub, so you can go there and check what I have for you. If you want to support my work outside of this Indiegogo campaign in a yearly manner, you can go over there on Tipeee. Will I do some other campaign? Maybe. I will see depending on this one. If I do another campaign, it will be on month farming because, like I said, the reason I create this tool, one of the reasons is because I find this insane that you need to farm or kill mob for 10 to 80 hours straight to be able to have a mount. And that's ridiculous. So the aim of this tool is to allow people who want to have those mounts to not lose so many time. So the next version could be about farming the mounts, because that's what I did for 2 months, and it was really exciting to code that part. Yeah, but if I do it, it will be in the middle of the 2 extension, because it's not needed now, and it will be needed when you are equipped, and that people will lose a bit interest in the game, so you won't harm the economy. So yeah, maybe I will do a version for Xbox if Windows buy WoW. So if they do a Xbox version, I will do a campaign about doing cross-platform too. GitHub project, yeah. So basically what happened here is that you can go on this GitHub because I won't go on the Indiegogo campaign all the time modifying the page. So you can go on the Git over there, and I will communicate through mail or Indiegogo solution to when I need to provide something to download. You can already download an old version of WoW on Open Macro Input itch.io World of Warcraft. That's based on the microphone, so it's not good, but you can go there if you want to use the old version. a very, very old version. How you can help me? Just sending €1 is already cool, because like I said, I'm not doing that specially for money. I'm doing that because it's cool to be able to eat, and it's cool to be able to not spend my money on accounts when basically I'm just doing account to be banned. You can spend €5 on it. So the difference between €1 and €5 is that the €1 you will have a demo at the exit 1 or 2 days after the release of the game, and the €5 you will have it 1 day before the release of the game. So just to help me. The 20 and €99. So basically the €20, it's helped me to buy a WoW account to be bannable, but a simple WoW account. When the 99 helped me to buy a Dragonfly account to make some tests and be banned. So what happened is that you will have your name in the credit and demo as soon as I have clean demo of my tool. But it's an investment. It means that you don't have a lot of return except the credit, but the investment you do here is to be able to have an application that runs correctly this year, to be able to fish all the year. So yeah, basically, if you don't have this money, don't spend it. But if you are rich and you don't know what to do with your money, buy me an account, and it can be useful for the community, and it can be useful for me. FAQ, can I have the FAQ? Yeah. Is the application free? Yes, the application is free, but after some weeks after the campaign. What if WoW ban your application or request to put your application down? So it's possibility that WoW decide to make me a process, a lawsuit, and say, hey, remove that, or we do a lawsuit. If it happen, I will have to remove the application and avoid being lawsuit. But the code I'm doing for WoW is a code that I'm doing for my main application that aim to test video game in the industry. That is called Open Macro Input. So if it happens that WoW ban me, I will have to take the code and put it in OMI. That's what I plan to do anyway. And so, yeah, it will not affect me a lot, indeed. It will maybe give some days before I do that, because I will have to remove the WoW part. But yeah, I can do a generic application. What's happened if I'm banned? If you are banned, from what I have experimented those months, your WoW account won't be blocked. They can change that at any time, but your WoW account won't be blocked, but your Battle.net account won't be blocked. Battle.net account won't be blocked, but your WoW account will be banned. You have 8 WoW accounts by Battle.net accounts. So, for example, if you have one account that is your main account, you can create 2 or 3 bots on the other one, try to farm the mounts on those one, and go back to the main account when you want to play to World of Warcraft. Be worried that if they change one day the ban system, you could lose your main account by doing that. But if they don't change that, it means that you can use the bot to fetch the mount, and don't be afraid, because they will ban the stupid accounts and not your main account. But yeah, once again, it's playing with fire. So if your main account is important, don't do that. Create just another address, mail address, create those stuff to make some tests, try, have fun with the application. But yeah, my main point here is that you should create another mail address to use my tool, have fun with it, and if you can, try to find a way to return that to your main account without being banned. There is a way, but I won't explain it in this video. What happened after the campaign? Basically, after the campaign, I will take all what I created, make a zip, put it on itch.io in a beerware license. So it means that if you like what I did, send me a beer. And that I will put that on itch.io and have some video explaining a bit how it's used. Put a bit of doc. Basically, I will just close the case for some weeks. And as soon as it's done, I will stop working on it and let it on itch.io as a zip and work on next project, basically. But if you want to keep tune on what I'm doing, you can go on my GitHub or my TP and try to follow me over there, because it will not be the only tool I'm creating around WoW. What if World of Warcraft makes this campaign stop? Basically, I don't know. Like I said, if they ask me to stop this, I will have to read the Indiegogo campaign documentation about how to deal with refund in this situation. I hope it won't happen, because basically they cannot forbid me to do an application that sends fake input to other application. There is a process. They did it for an application in the past that was really, really horrible for the community, that was used by everybody to do bots and farming. But it was used really to make money. Here, I'm not doing it for making money, I'm just doing it for helping the community on avoiding phishing and avoiding farming mounts. If they do stop this DD campaign, I will just do the code like I said. I'm doing the Indie campaign just for the fun of trying an Indie campaign and Indiegogo campaign, but basically I will spend my months on the application working on it. So anyway, it will be on the web one way or another. And basically, if I risk a lawsuit, like I said, I will just do a generic version for every application on Windows, and you cannot attack me on the subject of doing a generic application. At least I hope, because else it would be bad for every company in the world. Selenium, you forget. Cucumber, you forget. Plenty of applications could not exist if they attack me on this subject. So yeah, hope you have fun. Hope the tool help you. I think maybe what I can talk about is the last subject. So to explain you that you won't make money in World of Warcraft and you are just using that for curiosity and having fun, here is a document I did in the past. I will stop here farming stuff. Okay. So here is a document I did in the past. What happened here? You put the token price over there. You put how many tokens you think you can have, can sell in 1, 2, 3 months based on if you sell token. Okay. And what it gives is plenty of statistic. So here, for example, at the time, it was costing me €1.50 to have a computer running all day. Now I think it's more €3 or €4 to let the computer run all day. And here what you do is that when you fish, you have 20 to 7 seconds. So for example, here, if you estimate that it takes 3 seconds for the fish to appear, and it's 50 seconds, it will change everything. So yeah, as you can see. How many gold do you think you will do by fish? For example, if at the entrance of WoW, the fish is selling this amount, then you can expect those amounts of gold per hours, per month, minimum and maximum. So based on this and this, you will have those amount of gold for 1 day, for 1 week, for 1 month. Okay, but those amount of gold, you have to compare it to the electricity part. So basically here, as you can see, for the minimum you have to pay those, for the maximum those. So for example, here for 1 day, you will have to pay those amounts of electricity here. So it's kind of a lot. No, I'm wrong. It's how many you can make as money here. So basically, if you sell your stuff based on this and based on this, you will have those amount of money. Yeah, sorry, the document, I made it a long time ago. So as you can see, you can win a lot of money if you make the PC run a lot of time. For example, a month of a computer working, selling fish here will bring you those amount of money if it sells to this value and the token is at this value. But the problem is that it's random, so it can be good. It's the best case, it's the worst case. Yeah? But you have also the electricity cost. So basically here you have the €3 and €20 cost per day. So as you can see, you don't win a lot at the end of the day. I mean, if you have a computer that can make a lot of bots running on it, it's okay, the price go up. Still, you need to count how many accounts you will have banned, and how many money you will lose, and how many time you will lose making the bot, putting them at the right place, going to the auction house, managing them. So what I want to say by this document is to prove that my application will help you to farm. It's stupid to try to farm with my application. It's just an application that I did for the fun. And as you can see, you will lose money. Basically, if you do that, you will inject money in WoW because you will pay plenty of accounts that will be banned. So it's a good stuff for WoW that you use my tool. And at the end, you will make almost no money or no money. And you have to remind yourself that the money here is not real money, it's fictive money, it's WoW token money, so you won't be able to use it for a lot except buy some game or we buy some banned accounts, but then you need to put that into computation and you can see that it's stupid to do that. Another way you can make money is by selling this mount or other mount that can be fish, but as you can see, when the calcul is done, you lose more money by trying to farm this mount that you will by trying to farm fish. Plus fish is dependent of the market, so yeah, it can be a lot and then almost nothing. Here it's also dependent of the market, but what is really hard with this one is that you need to fish this amount of fish to have 1 month. So sometimes you need to fish this amount of fish. So in the best case, you will fish those, and in the worst case, you will fish those. So it's a lot of hours, as you can see. Sometimes it's 88 hours, sometimes it's in the slow. If you have no luck on all that, you can have those amounts of hours fishing. If you really have a lot of luck and you are close to 7 seconds instead of 20, you are close of those numbers. Meaning that you will have an electricity cost of this in average, and meaning that you're losing money basically. So yeah, there is a lot of parameters that can say if you will win or lose money, but in average you will lose money. So what I want again to explain with this long version of this video is, if you use my tool, it's not for farming money or real money. You won't. You will just inject real money in WoW and you will have plenty of account ban. Just doing for the fun, or just do it if you really know what you're doing with this application. So yeah, hope it's helped you. Hope that you are not afraid by all that. Hope that you enjoy the tool. If you take the risk like me, have fun. I have plenty of accounts that are not banned. I have plenty of accounts that where I unlock some mounts, some equipments. It's a really educational stuff to try to avoid to be banned, because you become a pirate, and a pirate need to learn to hide. Pirate need to learn to observe the market, to exchange in different way. You will need to learn when to buy and the economy of the fish, the economy of the mount, learn the auction house. You will have to learn all these tools, how to use them, stuff like that. So basically, you could just buy this to experiment a fun story of learning how all that work, and yeah, use it as a workshop. So yeah, may the code be with you. If you give me money for this campaign, thank you very much. It will help me to eat. And if you hate this campaign and want it to not exist, I can understand that, and I can approve approve your anger. I hate seeing bots, and basically the fun part with me is that when I was creating bots, I was also hunting bots. So as soon as I see bots, I report them. As soon as I can kill bots, I kill them. So I hate bots as much as you do. It's just because I like the science of how we code all that I'm doing all that. Have a great day. See you in WoW. Bye.